Because as per the drama plan, I, the being, need to contract myself into a limited world of the limited mind. For the sake of the play. But when I start believing myself as that embodiment of that limited thoughts, feelings, then I start believing I am different from you, which is the truth. But am I different from you? Or is the difference there in the limited expressions for the sake of the play? But I start to believe myself to be the difference. And I start to see you and me as that difference. That's when Baba comes and he sees that I, the being, have clothed myself in this belief that I am different from you. And as a result, constantly trying to defend as a person, protecting a different identity than your identity. Trying to complete myself by acquiring more objects, subtle or gross. Then Baba comes and he says, from wherever you are, look at me. And as soon as I look at him, I see my inherent completeness. My inherent true nature, which is beyond change. Baba shows me look at me to know you, yourself. And be this now. Don't wait for the next moment. What do you see? And what I see is the differences which I was believing myself to be was simply lifeless. contents of. Variety energy in me. But what I am, essentially, the living being that I am, is exactly like Baba. And as I am, so are all the beings, just like Baba. So, really, the difference is only for the sake of the play. Just like the space of this room is not different from the space outside of this room. So, the essential nature of all the beings is just like God. See this. Very clearly. See the sameness of our nature. What is Baba's nature right now? What is Baba's experience right now? That is exactly your experience, and that is exactly the experience of every being. Primary experience. So even if your body and mind is telling you a different story about the experience, you are aware of it. You're not denying it. It may be giving you a sense of a limited experience, contracted experience. You're not denying it. Not suppressing it, not trying to change it. Very aware, but also aware of your inherent experience of being that absolute presence within which there are satopradhan sanskars experiences and tamopradhan sanskars experiences. Within the soul, the awareness that I am, these experiences of these completely opposite sanskars is constantly taking place. In Golden Age, I was embodying Golden Age sanskars. So either being was experiencing Golden Age with happiness. In Iron Age, I was embodying Iron Age sanskars. And so either being was appearing to suffer Iron Age sanskars. But now, in Confluence Age, it's not some time divided in sections, but it's just the awareness and its experience. So when I was experiencing, so even now in Confluence Age, I have all these different experiences constantly taking place. Because I have been embodying these Iron Age experiences for so long. And so long means where? In the mind. They seem to be appearing to be overpowering my, or maybe overshadowing my true primary experience of who I am. And that's exactly what they are supposed to do. That's what they need to do. Because it is now the re-emergence of my original power, of my truth. As Baba keeps shining his attention on my absolute nature, in that light, I can see these variety of energies playing within me. Using the mind and the body. But David can't withstand the power of the light of the Supreme and myself. They can be present in every moment, as though they have taken over mind and body. But I remain detached. And naturally reclaim just by being Nyara. The kingdom of my mind and body. With love. By my loving, unconditional presence. I don't own any secondary experience. All these secondary experiences put together is the drama. And I, the being, in my eternal means my unchanging experience in the now. Complete conviction in Baba's drishti. I'm aware of whatever appears in this moment as an experience, and whatever disappears desirelessly. No desire to escape this moment. I can see the tendency of my mind venturing and wanting to go into the past and some imagination of the future. But I remain simply aware. In the now. Aware of the sensations of the body. Aware of the experiences of the mind. I am just witnessing. Not just witnessing what's coming and going. I'm aware of it, but being interested in the witness that I am and that Baba is as my companion. So my attention moves away from the ever-changing scenes of the mind towards the Supreme, who's constantly showing me It's as though he's standing in front of me as my mirror. Standing is relatively speaking, but he's as though in front of me as my mirror. As he is. Only and only. Being the love that he is unconditionally, non-judgmentally. He's not seeing any stories within me. It's just seeing my essential being that I am. Piercing the heart of the soul. All he sees is me as this innately silent being. All the languages and the words and the stories in the form of words and languages. He's not seeing any of that. As though Baba is saying, for me, they are inexistent, are not existent, child. He's not looking at the memories which the way my mind understands. No, he doesn't understand it that way. What are the memories in the mind for him? Non-existent. Just some speck of some lifeless energy. It's just seeing the being of pure consciousness that I am, who can encapsulate variety form of script, which is eternally there also, sitting in me, the soul. but it doesn't define me, the being, in any way. The more I see myself with his vision, he's seeing that you have never died. Nothing has ever happened to you. You've never lost anything. You cannot gain anything. You're not made up of thoughts, feelings, and emotions. You're not made up of memories. Just in his vision, you can see how you're just melting in the presence of Baba. And what are you made up of? Unconditional acceptance of all the different energies within you. They're all within you. You are not within them. You are not inside a feeling or inside a thought or inside a memory or a mood. They are all inside of you. And that too not in these words and with these labels. See yourself clearly with God's eyes. You are ever present aliveness. Which makes this whole play of manifestation possible. You manifest heaven and you also manifest hell. Nothing wrong with or better than one, better than the other, no. Just day and night. Night is as important as day, and day is as important as night. Both have their place. You are neither night or day. You are beyond both night and day. They are within you. Beyond doesn't mean some far, far away. Beyond just means right here, right now. Ever present. Sure. You acknowledge your power of presence that you are. Sorry, I didn't put on the chat. Can't find it. Do you see how Baba sees you? Mm-hmm.
Yes, sister. Baba, today's blessing was so beautiful. Baba said when you brought intellect, sit in the Soman of your titles, and all the powers will serve you.
Mm-hmm. Most
They will
important.
use all the powers.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so the pure presence, acknowledging our pure presence is so important.
Mm-hmm.
Just being in that awareness itself is power.
Mm-hmm. Actually, you are power, right? You are the awareness, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Very subtle difference, right? Being in awareness and you are awareness. Can you tell me what is the difference?
Don't have to make in being in awareness, like someone has to do something to be somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Versus awareness is just a knowing,
Yeah.
just being. And you
So
don't
that,
have to do anything to be.
yeah. So that is why being awareness is powerful. Being in awareness, then there is someone there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very, it looks very subtle language wise, but it's extremely opposite.
Good catch.
Extreme opposite. Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, being awareness is just knowing. Mm-hmm. So that's why, Baba, we are going back to our Murli of surrender, in which Baba had said, by having the aim of total surrender. Sorry, we had read that much. So Baba had said, secondly, every second should be surrendered. Firstly, every thought should be surrendered. Secondly, every second should be surrendered. Date is 29th of June, 1970. So firstly, every thought should be surrendered. Secondly, every second should be surrendered. That is, your time should be surrendered. Thirdly, your actions should be surrendered. And fourthly, your relationships and wealth should also be surrendered. So when your every thought is surrendered, do you have any memories that you own? If every thought is surrendered, do you have any memories that you own? If every second is surrendered, do you have any past or future that is owned?
No.
No? Okay. Then every action is surrendered. Are you the result or the definition that your mind takes from the action?
Do you say the effect of the action or the result of the action?
Result or the definition. You know, it takes a sense of, like even an activity gives a sense of
Doership?
doership, yeah. Yeah? It gives a sense of doing something. It just gives a sense of, I am doing it, right? So when Baba is saying that even actions are surrendered, right? So then if I'm performing actions through this body, when they're surrendered, what does that mean? I'm not any experience or action. Yes. What does that mean? In practical, that I have surrendered. I'm an instrument, not the doer. Okay. In practical, how does it appear? I'm a trustee, yes. What else? What else? Practical, more practical.
These actions don't define me.
Actions don't
Just
define.
doing it for the namesake, just
Mm-hmm.
happening for namesake as part of the recording
Mm-hmm.
that they emerge in.
Yeah. So practical, I'll give one example. You know, I had once gone for um, some naturopath treatment. And at that time, I was usually taking a big jar of juice with me. Yeah. A big jar of juice, freshly made squeezed juice, so that after that naturopath treatment, I can have that bottle of juice. Yeah. And I would ask her to keep it in the fridge because it has to be after the treatment, then I would take that. So one time I had gone there, and then on her desk after the treatment, I got the juice out of the fridge, and she had all her files spread everywhere of all her patients, all her files, the documents, everything you can imagine. Yeah, I'm sure you know where I'm getting to. So everything was there. She was doing some work with that. And it was all the patient's history and everything in it. And I got my juice out of the fridge and I was making a payment. And then I just put it there. And then she said, you know what? There's a crack around your bottle. Just drink it immediately. So I said, okay. I lifted it up and the juice was all over her files. And it was beetroot juice. So it was like all red. So there's nothing that she can see also. Hmm?
Oh,
Everything,
wow.
all
I
the
can
patient's
imagine.
history, patient, everything was there, gone in 1 second.
Wow.
Hmm? And I was like, I could see some guilt wanting to come up. Yeah. And it was like, you know how you are with Baba. So Baba is like, you're not defined by any action. No action defines you. There's nothing wrong or right. It's all accurate. Huh? And I'm not, it's not like so many thoughts are there, but I'm telling you in words and thoughts, but it was just a feeling of just observing. And I gently proposed, do you want me to help you clean up here? I can take the paper. No, you stay away, please. I stayed away.
Because you didn't say sorry or apologize?
Did not. I did not. Because I didn't feel apologetic.
That
I
must have
didn't do
made him even
anything
more
wrong.
angry.
I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not identified by the action. So I did not apologize, but internally, I was really able to see the whole thing as Baba is seeing it. And I was just seeing that soul with Baba. And I was like, this had to play. So the play played out. The play played out. Yeah. And I remember when I was leaving from that place, moving to California from New York. This was in New York. I was moving from New York to California. And she called me after a couple of days went by, and I would still go for treatment, and she would still do everything. And I would always just feel that every moment is like, new and fresh. And then she said to me at the end of the last day when I was leaving, and she said, don't you feel guilty? You should feel guilty for what you did.
She had that expectation for you to say sorry at least.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I said, neither did you do anything wrong. Neither did I do anything wrong. That action had to happen. Yes, I understand. It made things very, maybe internally I knew, but I'm saying it may have made things difficult. What can I do? You tell me. If there's anything I can do, I'll be more than happy to. And then she
So there
said,
is no apology, sister, like ever we should never like I'm trying to understand like
is an apology coming from guilt? Then no. Huh?
well that's how it will, right, sister?
If it's coming from guilt, then I am owning the action.
But
That's why
otherwise how why will you say sorry if you're not feeling guilty? Then why would you say sorry or apologize to someone, right, sister?
I'm saying that's why I didn't feel guilty, so I didn't say sorry. But I'm not saying it out of arrogance. I didn't say sorry. Internally, I was willing to do, even if she asked me to mop, I would have mopped the floor also, no problem. Any kind of financial, whatever it may have been, I would have been able to, I mean, I would have been readily available to even compensate for that. Anything. Whatever can practically help solve the solution. I'm absolutely there.
Well, this one is thinking, I mean, understood what you just said,
Understand the
but this
word.
one is thinking, like, to me, when I say sorry to someone, that will be like, sorry, मेरी वजह से ये हुआ, right? That will be,
वजह
yeah,
से
sorry, it caused, inconvenience to you, whatever it is. Otherwise, why would I say sorry to someone, right? That's what this one is trying to, that riddle is not solved.
मेरी वजह कौन? मैंने कुछ किया क्या? ड्रामा में फिक्स था, हुआ ना? ड्रामा में फिक्स नहीं था?
तो ऐसे तो हर चीज ही फिक्स है सर सिस्टर का, फिर
Hi,
और
beta.
सॉरी की जरूरत ही नहीं है, राइट?
किसी की ना आवाज आ रही है पीछे से. आई डोंट नो हु दैट इज. आई कांट सी. रश्मि. ओके. सॉरी.
Sister, I want to ask one thing. When that was pretty fine, well understood. First day, spilled all over beetroot, and your mind could feel by being detached with Baba, so much of damage, in the records, in the history of patients, and you could feel the pain taking that
How
soul.
mind makes the
My,
scene so big.
fine. My question is, next 2 3 days when you took the sessions from her, couldn't you feel in the energies
I
of
asked her, is
pressure
there
from, no, listen, for another 3 to 4 sessions when you took the treatment, and couldn't you feel little heaviness in the environment?
I did
How could
not.
you separate? That's wonder. That's wonder here. Not the first day, but three, third, fourth, fifth day. Whenever
I did
you took
not
the
feel any
session,
heaviness because
how
I
could
was
you
breathing.
liberate? Feel separated from the heaviness in the environment. You didn't feel it.
Environment is not my affecting me, na. I am the
No,
one.
her vibrations. Yours was purest. You could detach, separate.
Mhm.
But she was there, and
Mhm.
couldn't you go in the past like it happened the day before all that? And couldn't you feel her mind, causing tremors in that environment? How could you feel yourself just
I
separated?
was not even looking at her. And I was not even seeing her vibrations or anything. I'm just with Baba and with her. And I told her, let me know if there's something I can do. I understand it has created a lot of difficulty for you. So please let me know if there's anything I can do to help. My way of
And
apologizing was that. May
all
not be
right,
the word of apology, I am sorry, because I didn't take the ownership of that action. That is why I didn't say I'm sorry, because I know it was fixed in the drama. And it doesn't mean that I don't ever say sorry. कभी कभी ऐसे होता है ना, oh sorry एकदम से वो. It's not out of guilt
exactly.
or anything. It's
Yeah,
just a
yeah.
polite sorry. It's not, oh okay sorry वो चला गया screen पर से picture. But I'm not saying it out of guilt. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not being spoken out of guilt. But I did say that if there's anything, I understand it has created a lot of mess for you. And I guess there was a lot of strong desire from the other side for me to feel guilty. Does that make sense? And somehow,
This one is still trying to understand, like, is there any, I mean, based on what we are discussing, I mean, if we don't own any action, we don't have to say sorry again ever. That's what I'm thinking. Like, does it like sorry is needed ever? Like, is that what exists? That's
I
that's
would
what.
say, see, if it had been not an accidental, nothing is accidental in the drama. I'm just using a relatively a word.
Hmm.
Nothing is accidental. It's all already predestined in the drama. But just for understanding, say, let's say, I didn't go and throw it on her.
Yes. But nobody will do, I mean,
Was
unless there is a
an
conflict, nobody
accident.
will do it that way, right?
Yeah, no, of course we can shout out of anger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
conflict. That's what this one is saying. Conflict or any personal, anything happened, right? But other than that, nobody will.
yeah. No, but I mean, of course, things can happen. People can throw things at each other out of anger also, huh? But it was an act. It just felt it was supposed to be like that in the drama. It really felt that way.
So
And
when she
so,
said, "Say sorry," then what was your reaction?
so she said, "Don't you feel guilty?" I said,
Yeah.
"I would never wish that even for you." And internally, I was like, my brother's soul, I will never wish that for you also, to ever feel guilty for anything, no matter what you've done in your life.
What was her response?
And she was like a little bit stunned. Yeah, a little bit. She didn't know what to say, and in her part. But, and internally, I knew I would never wish that. And I even told her it was something not by design. It was supposed to be like that in the drama, you know? And she's like, you saying it was supposed to be like that. But do you know how much hassle it has created for me? It was not only my files, it was files of the other doctor also. So it was not one, it was another one also involved in it. So now it was like double pressure from my mind to be even more guilty. Hmm?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, if there's anything I can do, please let me know. Yes,
Just
I
in what
don't.
situation, as Sister Priya was saying, one would say sorry then. If we are saying in a situation like this, I think for us, it would just casually come out, as a
Yeah.
courtesy.
Yeah. As a courtesy, na? You're not saying
Right.
things just like, oh, and it was like, okay.
Right. As a
There's
courtesy,
a
here
sense of
at least would have.
then later you will feel, oh my God, मेरे से क्या हो गया? उसका कितना नुकसान हो गया मेरी वजह से.
No, I think without
Exactly.
coming in Gyan would have really taken it that way. But now being in Gyan would see it as a drama, right? But at least here it would have said a common courtesy, at least this one tries to follow, would have said sorry and would have also asked for offered help
Offered
and
help तो हो
taken
गया
that.
ना. उसी को आप बोल
Right.
सकते हैं. Very non-apologetic way of saying sorry. I was really not apologetic. Did I
Right.
continue to drink along for the future sessions? No, I did not take the drinks.
But sister, the question was, in what scenario would you say sorry? Would you think it's
If it is not coming
maybe
out of guilt and it has truly, genuinely been a mistake, which I really thought I made a mistake, in the sense, even as a person, I made a mistake, I will say sorry.
like misspoke something?
Like
Or
spoke, or I really, I mean, I could have been a bit more aware of who I am, and I was a little bit caught up in being a person, then
okay.
I would have said sorry. Absolutely.
Okay.
Sister,
But
it
then,
happened how many years back? 3 years?
um, I would say 5 years back, 6 years back.
Just unbelievable sharing story. I can't. I was just wondering, it would have been kept in plastic bottle, or maybe was it in glass bottle? So she
Last
kept it
thought,
with a jar. Yeah,
big
yeah,
glass.
because they're more healthy. So maybe she kept it with a jar, and maybe you didn't, put it properly in the car,
इतना
and
सब नहीं
little
चला
little.
दिमाग. इतना सब नहीं चला
तो,
दिमाग.
तो
If
बिल्कुल
as a
दिमाग में ये भी नहीं
person,
चला घर जाके भी while driving back कि what was that in drama? It didn't affect you at all.
not at all, not at all,
ये
not
तो
at
all
all.
of sudden
As
हम
a
महावीर
person,
बन गए and I'm feeling that energy, being brave, and it's so pure, and I'm really
no,
being
but
so
it's very,
inspired
see, as a
because
person,
you knowingly you did not do anything. And
I did
sorry
do
that that drama, it did not utter, usher from you. That was also in the drama because you were not knowingly, I mean, knowingly you didn't do it, but still
it.
you wanted to help. And it was your empowering stage with Baba. Child, you didn't do anything. It
Yeah.
means you were so brave, actually, just like Hanuman.
So to me, if as a person I have made a mistake, as the being became the embodiment of a person and I said something, absolutely I will.
I was
Maybe one.
feeling pain from your side. You didn't fail na, when you were sharing it. I said, oops. When you said beetroot juice all over, I mean, pain went into my heart. Now, after, it happened 5 years back.
Don't think.
And right now, you could give me those tremors by sharing it. But again, you gave that energy also. I don't know what to
No
say
way.
thanks or not
It's
for
a crack
sharing.
in the bottle.
Yeah.
I'm doing my best so that it doesn't really break there. I could not even lift it up any other way.
And when she said, stay away from here, then also you didn't feel hurt or
I
got some
actually still
fear.
took the napkin and still cleaned.
No, no, when she said, stay away.
Yeah,
So
even
what
when
was
she
your,
stayed away, I still cleaned.
all right.
Sister Anshu, you light up the class whenever you're there. In
No,
your
no, I'm not
comments.
telling you light
You
up. No,
you
no, I'm
light up.
telling
No,
you the fact.
it's a genuine comment, sister. Not in bad way. You light up, like you
And you
put a
won't believe
smile
it.
on
3
everybody's face.
o'clock, I got up today and I was all the half the class I was sleeping. But Baba made me up to hear all, especially this. And I couldn't, when she was sharing it, no, all my, I can't tell you, define my pain or my energies revving up. And when she said, stay away. I said, poor thing, what she'll do. And she's saying, I didn't do anything. And she became though so brave. She's telling her, you should also never feel guilty ever in life again. Can't believe it.
I mean, what is there? What is the reason? It's not something I could have done differently in any way. So, what is there to apologize or feel guilty?
In India, what they would have done, they would have taken me out from the chamber and throw away that bottle and red frowning face and would have been forever Baba and never ever turn up. Or maybe they were taken
She
me to
never
the
said,
courtroom.
don't come back. She kept doing the treatments. And I was just with Baba in my own world with Baba. I didn't care what, I don't even notice. In fact, in general, I am not very sensitive to vibrations around me because you're with Baba, you don't care what vibrations are around you. मुझे
So
टेम्पल
you
में डाल
teach
दो
us, no, you
या
teach
मुझे
us also,
वैशाले में
no.
डाल दो मुझे फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला मुझे टेम्पल भेज दो या मुझे वैशाले भेज दो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला
Sister, 3 days back, I just saw one temple. So I have a good feeling being combined with Baba and to vibrate that great energy, me and Baba together in the temple. I just thought of you at the same time. Sister Rini says there is no difference in the vibrations, but I was feeling such pure, powerful vibration there. But you say, कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता.
मुझे नहीं पड़ता हर एक का ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है but internally for me I unless it's extremely different it's probably like totally I mean मुझे लगता है या तो फिर मैं जब परम धाम में होंगी तभी होगा
सिस्टर
हाँ
आज की हमारी इंडिया हिंदी मुरली में जो आज की अव्यक्त मुरली में उसमें बाबा ने व्हाट बाबा इज सेइंग यू सी इन परमधाम एवरीवन सो मे बी व्हेन यू सॉ दैट सीन हैपन you could separate and you could reach to paramdham sthiti and that soul also you could feel she's in
that is actually the
paramdham.
if you are in param dham ki sthiti you are uninfluenced by the vibrations around you whether they are good or bad
It means we are not in paramdham sthiti. It means
हाँ
that only. It's another heaviness you are giving us. But I would have felt havoc when you were sharing it. I could feel pain within me. And sister, please don't
no, no,
laugh.
no, no pain. No
Please don't
pain.
laugh.
No, nothing. No pain. I went to even, I don't know, I went to even Anubhuti, यहाँ पे एक retreat center है.
Yeah,
वहाँ पे
I
आप
know. My
with
sister does it.
yeah,
Yeah.
some other sisters were there and they were saying, oh, such beautiful vibrations. मैंने कहा मुझे तो कोई फर्क ही नहीं मुझे तो पता ही नहीं चलता है. I don't realize बहुत अच्छी मैं खुद ही इतनी अच्छी बाबा के साथ हूँ सबकी अच्छी वाइब्रेशन सब अच्छे ही है ना खराब क्या होता है What is खराब all
नहीं,
vibrations.
खराब तो कुछ नहीं होता, but at the temple outside, I could feel very, very pious, very empowering, in Madhuban all the time. In Char
I
Dham, I
don't
feel.
feel any difference whether I'm in Madhuban, whether I'm here,
So it is
whether I'm
Parandham Sthiti.
far,
Now I feel. That's
whether
why,
you are somewhere else. मुझे एक्चुअल में असर इसलिए कोई मुझे आके बोलता है ना कि द वाइब्रेशंस वर सो, मैं चुप रहती हूँ, मैं कुछ नहीं बोलती उस वक्त, चुप. Because it
Actually,
doesn't.
sister, you are in Paramdham City all the time. That's why.
No, it is just like when you're with Baba, somehow you become impervious to other vibrations.
That's what you are with Baba. So you're always with in Paramdham City. That's why you don't feel the
Even if
difference
I'm,
outside.
it's just like you're uninfluenced by the vibrations of your own mind. I feel that. So I can still see my mind creating its own miscreant behavior. But I somehow feel if I'm with Baba, my mind cannot influence me, then nothing outside can influence me.
so you want to say I need to detach from the good vibrations also?
Absolutely. What good and what bad? What is good and bad
If
for
it
the
is
soul?
feeling with Baba in Madhuban or when Baba is giving drishti, then also I need to be detached from it.
You're not needing to be detached. You're naturally
But I'm
impervious.
getting, nee, but okay.
You're naturally, the being that I am is naturally impervious to any vibrations. तभी तो बाबा बोलते वैशाले में भी जाके ज्ञान दो ना.
वो तो ठीक है, because you are going and taking Baba's energy there. That's well understood.
But
But I
then
am when with
vibrations
Baba
of
at
that
Baba.
place can be extremely heavy, huh? Like
Okay.
I remember, I mean, after coming into Gyan only, with family, you had to go to Las Vegas.
Okay.
अब वहां की तो वाइब्रेशंस बहुत हैवी होती, सब बोल रहे हैं यहाँ की वाइब्रेशंस अच्छी नहीं है, अच्छी नहीं. मैंने कहा मुझे तो फर्क ही नहीं पड़ रहा ऐसी वाइब्रेशंस. आप अपना क्यों जाने देते हो वहां दिमाग? व्हाई डू यू अलाउ योरसेल्फ टू जस्ट बी विद बाबा? नो.
So, sister, at Mayavi, no beach, I was just feeling one soul. My soul behind she costume. She was just dancing, vibrating all her body, wearing nothing. And all our friends were doing smoking and drinking, and me and my soul brother bhai and daughter part soul, we three, and I'm just thinking they should not see all this, and I was feeling a little heavier. I said, what they are doing all this? So I could feel heaviness in the environment. It means
This,
my mind was creating that.
yeah, mind is creating judgments. Mind is creating it's good, it is bad. Oh, I could feel that person's vibrations. I to never feel anybody's vibrations. I really don't. So I don't understand this language also. When somebody says, I could feel their vibrations, her vibrations were so good. मैंने कहा अच्छा. मैं चुप हो जाती हूँ. मैं उस वक्त, then I just keep my lips sealed because I don't know what to say at that time.
It helps
दीदी
you,
बिलीफ सिस्टम से रिलेटेड ही है ना ये सारे वाइब्रेशंस, बिकॉज एट द सेम प्लेस every other mind feeling the different vibration based on their belief
Yeah.
system
So
only,
you're
right? Yeah,
constantly influenced by this or that and this and
yeah.
that. I was in front of Dadi and I'm like, okay, I'm also Baba's giving drishti to Dadi and Dadi is giving Baba's giving drishti through Dadi and Baba's giving drishti through this one also. We are exchanging drishti. तो मुझे तो कुछ ऐसा कुछ नहीं लगा कि मुझे कुछ स्पेशल फील हो. नहीं लगा मुझे.
Isn't that introversion, Didi? That you are so much, looking within that things outside don't matter.
I think more and more you're introverted and you're aware of where your mind is and you're not susceptible to the outside vibrations. You really become impervious,
Great.
unaffected, uninfluenced by these vibrations. अब एक बीइंग ऑफ लाइट को क्या असर होगा? क्या होता है गुड और बैड उसके लिए? एक बीइंग ऑफ लाइट के लिए क्या गुड वाइब्रेशंस और बैड वाइब्रेशंस होती हैं? बीइंग ऑफ लाइट तो बाबा के साथ चिपकी हुई है ना, नहीं है? तो बीइंग ऑफ लाइट जो बाबा के साथ चिपकी हुई है, व्हाट इज गुड वाइब्रेशन? एंड बाबा के साथ क्या गुड और बैड होता है? बाबा के साथ तो सब एब्सोल्यूट है.
Just
sister,
sister is it's like a sun सन को कोई फर्क नहीं
very
पड़ता
good.
ना
Son,
कि
does it
लाइट आ
matter?
रही है कि नहीं आ रही
Yeah,
है विद बाबा. So you are
absolutely.
in that vibration. You are just like a sun. It doesn't
Absolutely
matter क्या है क्या है सन को क्यों फर्क पड़ता है.
doesn't matter.
Fit very well today.
My sister,
What you are saying.
someone invited me today for 3 hours of bhakti. I straightway refused. It was invitation came yesterday. I said, what bhakti? You'll go all the way there and come back, and what you will do? Stay away and be introverted. So I was just wondering, really, I kind of, then I was telling
Being
Baba, maybe
introverted means in a
I
natural
did
way.
this. I said, you enjoy with Baba wherever you are, no need. But then, within I was just feeling maybe, I did disservice, stopped her by going there. Why this thought came? Tell me
No,
that now.
stay away right now. That has already gone, past, finished, right? In this
Yeah.
moment with Baba, you, the being, can check. Introversion doesn't mean I have to be in silence in some room. Introversion means I can be anywhere and still be in the inner room of Baba's heart.
But have I got any right to tell other soul also? No, na.
No. Why? I mean, other soul what? I
Means
don't
she
know.
wanted to go na for bhakti. She
They can
wanted to
go.
take me.
They have their decision to make.
Yeah. I said no, no need to go. I told
Yeah.
her.
Okay. Okay. Whatever it is, it's all gone,
And
finished,
she is
past.
not in the new understanding, actually.
Okay. So then we don't make decisions for others. Let them make their own decisions. But for ourselves, we just see no matter where I am. And it's good at times to put yourself in situations where maybe your mind resists it a lot. If you feel you have that power of being with Baba
Mm-hmm.
and being influenced only by his vibrations, then you see, is your mind catching something subtle or is your mind doing something subtle? Just check, what is it doing? What is it up to? Like for me, if you're with him, you just हो रहा होगा कुछ भी इंटरेस्ट ही नहीं होता है बाहर में इंटरेस्ट ही नहीं होता है पहले तो मैं देखूं फिर वो अंदर जाए फिर माइंड इन्फ्लुएंस हो फिर मैं उससे अनइन्फ्लुएंस भी तो बहुत लंबा प्रोसेस जस्ट यू बी विद हिम you are uninfluenced nothing is going in here that it will affect your mind so much then now you're influenced oh so good or so bad that means you're very susceptible still to your mind's inputs to the inputs of the senses to your mind. So in this case, there was a strong energy. I don't know. I came to know last day when she said that, oh, didn't you feel guilty? Mujhe kya pata? Maybe 4 days she was feeling like that only. So I didn't even care. I was just going and getting my treatment done for the body. मुझे तो एक सेकंड भी स्ट्राइक नहीं हुआ कि उसको कुछ आई थॉट ओके शी डजंट आई एम जस्ट बिजी विद बाबा एंड आई एम जस्ट डूइंग व्हाट नीड्स टू बी डन इन द ड्रामा I'm just doing what needs to be done in the drama. I don't
So,
have a mind to think, oh my God, वो क्या सोच रही होगी मैंने उसके जूस इतना गिरा दिया
तो
वो इतना
सिस्टर ये बेहद के वैराग ना आज बाबा ने पूरी मुरली में यही सिखाया है कि बेहद के वैरागी तो ये भी तो एक बेहद का वैराग है ना
yes, this is
क्योंकि
बेहद का
क्यों एग्जैक्टली तो क्योंकि ना मेरे को जो हो गया फुल स्टॉप बाबा इसी को बोल रहा है कि बेहद का वैराग है कि जो कोई अदर सोल अफेक्टेड भी हो रही है मैं उसमें क्यों पार्टी बनूं उसको मोर अफेक्ट कराने में एटलीस्ट
the
यू पुट ए चैक बैक इन हर जर्नी ऑफ दैट
yeah
you were not behaving as per she wanted you to
yeah
behave. It means you
exactly
empowered her. Your
yeah
endurance power not to get affected, not to entangle,
I did
intervene.
not do anything it was just supposed to be how
Yeah,
it
exactly. I agree. But for us to learn to take away that, keynote is this is Behat ka Vairag, not to
बेहद का
unnecessarily.
वैराग्य from actions
That's
that
it.
is why it is so important
Okay, okay. Doership.
surrender of actions is so
Doer.
important.
Mm-hmm.
So even as a person, if something has happened, it's okay. First, make sure you're not apologizing from being a person as a guilty person.
So
If
I
you're
need to detach.
apologizing,
I did some guilt also. First of all, first action has to be that.
yeah. So we say it is just by courtesy. It's not courtesy. It is just the feeling of subtle guilt.
Exactly. Not
That's how it is
subtle.
expressing
It's
it.
a
The
big,
very
huge
moment.
guilt. Yeah.
So you have to really be aware. Nothing is done out of guilt and shame and I am wrong. Nahin. I am right. You are right. Okay. So let's say as a person, I said something to someone. So I understand, but first I'll make sure I'm coming from a place that is that angelic being that can do no wrong. That absolute, not even angelic, that absolute being that is beyond right and wrong. Then from that space, if it comes, it may have caused inconvenience to you. Yeah. Or if my action may have caused some sorrow in you, then there is a sense of, okay, you can, if it comes in your drama, you can apologize, but not out of guilt. Yeah. And that is why this one always first checks that when I'm coming from the place, it has to come from the place of being with my father. And I also see that between two souls that we are, there is no you did wrong and I did right, and I did wrong and you did right. There's nothing like that between us and the souls in our eternal reality. Is that there?
Sister, we know it, no? Other souls, they don't know it, no?
Then that means what am I looking at as?
Exactly. Person. Mhm.
I know it, they don't know it. Then I am this person who's Gyani, they are Agyani. So then, kitna subtle form of ego hai na ye hamara? And
है
many of us
बिल्कुल.
do it. Yeah, many of
Exactly.
us do
Yeah.
it. And it is like subtly somewhere, Rini should not look bad. I'm humble.
Yeah.
And
We claim that we are humility. It is that we are
out of
caring, doing
humility, I'm saying, I'm so
sorry. Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
made this
Yeah.
mistake. And that very moment, I reinforce the person identity. Not as a person do you ever apologize. If apologies is coming, let it come from the place of being a soul. And knowing that between me and this soul, there is no sense of holding on to anything. Because
Sister, very well understood. But you didn't feel guilty about what damage. I mean, you didn't go any kind of
damage ही
expansion.
damage नहीं लगा ना, damage ही damage नहीं लगा.
नहीं
अभी
नहीं, आप बोल रहे थे ना कि वो दूसरे डॉक्टर की रिपोर्ट भी थी,
हाँ,
तो मतलब माइंड कहीं गया ही नहीं आपका, कहीं भी, फॉर ए
it's because
सेकेंड ऑल्सो.
yeah, because once you are with Baba, more and more important is being with Baba, and what is important for him is important for you. Does he care?
सिस्टर, आज तो ये अल्टीमेट लर्निंग हो गई लाइफ की, पूरी मुरली का निचोड़ हो गया है आज. सच्ची में यदि इतनी एनर्जी आ जाए ना कि कभी भी गिल्ट एज ए पर्सन होकर नहीं फील करना है, और कुछ भी हो जाए, मीन्स
As
कुछ
a
भी हो
person ही
जाए.
guilt आएगा, पर guilt तो as a person ही आएगा. But उस स्मृति में रहकर, in that स्मृति, do you ever apologize? No. But if in the smriti of the soul, the next act happens to be no, it is just for the act, not that I did anything wrong, but because that act may have caused some inconvenience in your part. So apologies for that. That is different. Yeah? But not I did something wrong, I'm so sorry.
So 2 days back, Baba said, "Na, you use your sense shakti as your server, so you use that. I mean, you could separate yourself. You could separate yourself.
Yeah,
अपने
it's
आप ही
just
आ गई. हाँ,
automatically.
as a server, it's a very big, sister sharing actually. If we go, no, you could separate. When I was listening, I could feel happiness. So no,
And you
it's
really
okay.
have
Very
this
nice
feeling
sharing.
also that I did not do anything.
Okay.
Great. I was
Okay.
just being who I am. And Baba was helping me, making sure that I am who I am.
You must have seen that soul in her real form shining and, being detached. At least you must have done that.
Yeah, that is all I
Paramdham
was
ki sthiti
interested
mein.
in. When you are with Baba,
Wonderful.
what is your interest? To see the way Baba is
Wonderful.
seeing all the souls and your relationship, how Baba is seeing with, and even relationship, sense of relationship is actually what I'm finding is not even there. It is more like Baba and I have that strong bond, and in that bond, I feel each one is already an embodiment of love, and each one is embodiment of peace. And then we are just naturally being who we are, radiating who we are. So, what relationship also? In that bond of love with Baba. This is what you begin to actually you even go beyond the word relationships. Ultimate relationship है बाबा के साथ. Does that mean आज मेरे जीवन में कभी गिल्ट नहीं आता माइंड में? ऑफ कोर्स कभी कभी आता है माइंड में. At times it comes still. But does it bother me, the soul? No, it doesn't. And I will never act on guilt. That is given. I will stay away. And I will refrain from action until I know it's coming from a pure place that I'm not wrong, they are not wrong. Drama is always accurate and right. And what is our eternal nature of inherent nature of who we are? They are also embodiment of love. I'm also embodiment of love. And how Baba is seeing both of us and all of us. Then from that place, whatever action comes, it comes. Yeah. So take step back. Always pause. Don't be in a rush to come into actions. You know? Is that clear?
Yeah, very clear. Sister, thank you. This soul brother, no, who stays with me, he never ever says sorry. So right now, I was just wondering, I was regarding him a lot. I don't know why. He's
See, one
not
is
in
to not
Gyan
say
that way.
sorry out of ego. There are two ways
No,
to not
no, no,
say.
no. Maybe he doesn't do out of ego. Maybe he's humbly,
No, no, no. I'm
in
not
a,
saying he's doing, but there is a possibility of not saying sorry out of ego also.
he never ever says sorry, whatever he does, what even Khoon he will do, he will never say sorry. But I don't know. Right now, I was having respect, regard for his role also. Right now, also.
Yeah, which is very good, which is very good. The only thing I'm saying is that, of course, there's a possibility ego will say, oh, no, I'm not wrong. I will not say sorry. But it's a very subtle checking. Is it coming from the person mind? I don't do anything wrong. I will not say sorry. That is also possible, huh? Very possible. Very possible. Or there is also possibility, no, I want to guard my self-respect, so I will not say sorry. That is also another possibility. How many possibilities are there of just one thing? And one is to, it's not like I'm not going to apologize. It was more like I was right. There was an action that happened in the drama. They were also right in shouting whatever they've said and whatever it was. They didn't shout much, actually, to be honest. They just said, don't be. Yeah. They
Maybe
didn't.
you and Baba together, kind of sealed that whole package of
Yeah.
emotions.
They just said, no, no, you don't do anything. Please step away. And that also they said, please step away. I'll do it. I
That's what
still,
I'm telling. I've seen US culture. No, they're very humble and moderate, at least in their behavior. You see in
yeah.
India, they will throw that juice on you only. I'm telling you, residues of juice. They are very, very crude, actually.
But the beautiful thing is that when it's coming from the place of humility, true humility, there is no sense of wrong either way. Yes, there's no identity with the action. There's no identity of false humility. वो मेरी वजह से आपका नुकसान हो गया, वो मेरी वजह से ये हो गया, मेरी वजह से हो गया.
And to the small children, sister, my own daughters had been teaching them when they were 2, 3 years old. Say sorry, say sorry. And I was wondering, what we had been doing.
Yeah.
No need actually, this word only.
Yeah, see, again, we have to be very careful, in that. And that's why I gave you
Okay.
different scenarios of how sorry can be not saying sorry can be very egoistic place. It can be very much guarding the self-respect kind of ego
Sister, I
place.
can guarantee you 99.9% all the BKs, they'll say 100 times sorry, 1,000 times sorry. They'll say, we'll do everything, we'll pay, we'll do this, we'll do, because their guilt level, no. They feel if you are becoming Brahman and you're, because of you, if someone is, unke sankalp chal rahe hain, means you have done more than a murder. That was the understanding. And I feel still, but this is very, very, uplifting, very, very liberating, because if you are with Baba sees you as that sparkling, you've done nothing, soul does nothing. And so much of separation from the scene, so much of endurance power, and you could liberate that soul also to some level.
Yeah. And I did not, the Baba did. Baba does all that work, but I was just keeping myself liberated. That's all. And that too, Baba was doing for me.
Can Baba do it for everyone, each one of us also at the same way?
I, the being, am in my innate truth, the way Baba knows it. Automatically, Baba is pulling others. Automatically, is pulling others. So being in your own innate truth, this is a service to the world.
Done. Thank you.
Yeah. Wonderful. So we will finish it here. And thank you to Baba and thank you to Baba's angels for each one's special part. So really just get colored by his company, then no beetroot juice coloring can also affect you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, so beautiful, sister. Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Baba.
Baba, it was so beautiful. So empowering.
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Didi.